Hello and welcome back to Near Post Podcast. Firstly, I just want to thank everyone for the support on the last video. If you're not following us on our socials, there'll be a link in the bio, Instagram and Twitter. We'll keep you updated there. And yeah, so we'll start off. We want to talk about the action at the weekend. We had loads of action in the Premier League. We had the Super Cup over in Spain. And we had a few transfer talks going on. So we're going to go to the transfer talks first, Dermot.
Yeah, look, obviously it's been a quiet, let's be honest, it's been a quiet, fairly boring January transfer window, but big breaking news coming out of Turkey the last few days. Mesut Ozil is there. He's in Istanbul, ready to sign for Fenerbahçe. Arsenal yet to announce it, but it's more or less done deal. Like he's on his Twitter in the Fenerbahçe gear, so that deal is done. Probably going to be the biggest move of January. Long overdue. Like he basically hasn't played for Arsenal the last year or so. So wouldn't say massive loss to Arsenal. And they haven't had him. So what would you rate his Arsenal career? Obviously a very divisive player. Some fans hate him. What do you think?
Yeah, some fans hate him. Some love him. Obviously coming in 2013, 50 million euros. Record transfer deal for Arsenal at the time, coming from Real Madrid. He was expected to be this big, massive signing and take this team to the next level. He done that maybe for a year or two max, kind of plateaued. Then, we had that. Obviously, he's renowned for that great season. What was it, 15?
Yeah, 15, 16, yeah.
19 assists, 6 goals. Him and Drew had a beautiful link up that season, but since then, he's been very lackluster there. To be 100% honest.
Look, what comes into question for Mesut Ozil, obviously, the last few years, one, his work rate, two, his performances in the big games, the away games, the big 6 games, or whatever you like to call it. It came to a stage now at the end of Arsene Wenger's reign at Arsenal that he just literally wasn't showing up at away games. These mysterious illnesses and injuries were occurring to him on every 2 weeks in the Premier League. He just wasn't in the squad, and the big news was just before the game, where's Ozil? Why isn't Ozil playing? It was always about him. So the way I see it from the outside looking in at Arsenal, it's a very good move for them. Like he's gone because, let's be honest, he's ripped the piss out of the club the last few years in my eyes. Don't know how you see it, but
there's just been bad tension in that camp. I can imagine it's always terrible. Like imagine you're forking out, was 375,000 a week.
Yeah,
for your top,
massive.
Yeah, supposed to be your top player, and he's tweeting ridiculous stuff about you, absolutely taking the mick, and it's just like what I think. Right, first when you have the other guys who were in Unai Emery and everything, but this is Arteta there. He actually was a teammate of him. I think that's very disrespectful from Ozil, and I can't see, if you're an Arsenal fan, how you can back him up anymore.
It's not like Arteta's been the first manager he's had issues with. Like you look, even when Freddie Ljungberg was there for his short reign, he didn't play him. He said he wasn't working hard enough to train. Unai Emery the exact same. So look, if it was one manager, you'd say maybe it's the manager, give him a harsh time. But if it's 3 managers in the space of a couple of years, you've got to look at the player. Just have to look at him. Look, he's moved to Fenerbahçe. He'll probably rip it up in the Turkish league, playing against, let's be honest, duds, like compared to what the level he should be at.
Duds,
yeah. Like probably win the Turkish league, get massive. You'll see clips now on Ozil on Twitter when he starts playing with them. Beautiful assists, beautiful flicks, beautiful that. But realistically, he hasn't been a world class. He hasn't been a top player for about 3 years at least, in my eyes, anyways.
Well, I'd say 4 or 5 nearly since that 15-16 season. You look like coming in right from Real Madrid. He's sitting there in front of Sami Khedira and Xavi Alonso, who are playing deeper roles, doing the dog's work there and behind. He's up top, getting all the assists, looking like the top man, feeding Ronaldo and Benzema, who are both phenomenal strikers on their day. Then he comes in, Germany, he's got Khedira, Schweinsteiger, Kroos there. making him look great again. Not that he's not great himself, but he comes into Arsenal and he has to do dog work. You're not going to get away in the Premier League with not tracking back, not busting yourself.
No, not putting the
It's a
shift
different
in.
league.
Like, there's clips of him, you see him, he's literally walking on the pitch, walking. Like, some of them away games, Big Six games, is he afraid of like, when there was fans, but like, he just put in no effort. Even when Arsenal needed a bit of quality from him, he rarely actually produced in the big games. So I'm not saying he was a disaster signing. Like, at the end of the day, he played a bit of a role in Arsenal's trophy drive, obviously the few FA Cup wins, but
Yeah.
he was brought in to challenge, win Premier Leagues, challenge from the Champions League, and it just hasn't happened.
Yeah, like he's come in. He's had a good few seasons, but like you said, he's just been non-existent. His stints. You look at all his clips. It's they're either playing bottom of the league teams, or they're playing your Thursday night football. You see, everyone sees that goal against Ludogorets. Oh wow, he skilled a couple of boys like on a 100th of his wage.
Look, yeah,
I mean,
it's a beautiful goal. One of the best goals I've like, absolute class. But it's against Ludogorets. I know it's the Champions League, people will say, but it's Ludogorets against Bulgarian or wherever they're from, farmers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, great goal, but if that's the main clip you can pull of him, I know he had that big game against Man United when they won 3-0, but bar that, you can count on your hand how many big games he's had. So,
like, if you're expecting, right, you're paying 50 million for a player, you want the lad there who, if things are going bad for the club, you're up against the wall. You need someone just to take the game by the scruff of the neck, bag a goal, get an assist, take control of that midfield. And I don't think I've watched any game where I've just been like, wow, like, this guy, he can't be moved, like, he can't be stopped. I'll even go back, just as like, say, we'll get onto it later, but Thiago yesterday. And he was so fluid in that midfield, and I was like, he's just spraying past, like, playing like a quarterback kind of role. I've never looked at the game and just been like, oh, it's like, this lad is a dog. Like, obviously he's produced some magic skills, really flair player, produced some amazing passes and goals, but I've never been like, wow, this is a fantastic midfielder like Kevin De Bruyne or Yaya Toure even.
Yeah. No, look, he's gone to Turkey, and to be honest, the opinion will be divided on him over there, not because of his football ability, but the fact that obviously he has that Turkish origin, but he, at the end of the day, he chose Germany. He didn't choose Turkey, and then he had the Turkish Prime Minister, I believe, as the best man at his wedding. So, as he said himself, he's Turkish when Germany lose, and he's German when Germany wins. So, he's kind of one of them players. Just, even if you look at it from a fan point of view, you either love him or you hate him. He just brings so much opinion. And
just on that as well, the Turkish fans are relentless.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Oh, you have seen them. They are mental. So he's going to want to be on tip-top shape over there, and he's not going to be one pulling any of the antics he was doing over in London, or he will be caught out for it.
Absolutely. Them Galatasaray, Fenerbahçe, Trabzonspor, I think that's how you pronounce them. But then
they're a lot more aggressive than Robbie on Arsenal fans TV.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But look, the Mesut Ozil Arsenal Premier League chapter is finally closed, and for Arsenal, it's for the good of Arsenal. I think it's for the good of Mesut Ozil as well, because to be honest, I don't even think he cares if he plays football or not. Look, maybe he might enjoy it in Turkey. To me, from the outside looking in, it didn't look like he cared. He went on like he'd love to help the team, this and that, but all pure it looked like anyways.
I feel like it's a Gareth Bale type saga. Like, you've seen him, even when he's come to Tottenham, played a few games now, and I'm hearing there's stuff going on in that camp again. Jose Mourinho's not happy with him in training and stuff. Maybe some players, they just think to yourself, they're getting that much money to sit on the bench. Look at Alexis Sanchez at United. They're chilling, man. They're making an absolute killing to do nothing. Train a few days a week.
Oh no, look, absolutely. And let's be honest, if we were in their position, of course you're going to be happy.
Would you care?
You're picking up your weekly wage for training the odd time. Obviously, he has the obligation. He has to train this contract. He's getting.
Yeah.
I think any of us would happily take that. So we're not. I don't think you should get slandered for contract, but just his work rate and attitude. And I think the Mesut Ozil Premier League Arsenal chapter it's close and it's for the good for both of them, I
On a
think.
happy note.
Yeah,
Thank for the fans,
absolutely.
most definitely.
Look ahead, anyways. Obviously, plenty of action over the weekend. Some boring affairs, some very good affairs. Where do you want to start from the weekend?
Sure, we'll start off on Saturday with a couple of boring affairs there. First game was Wolves West Brom.
Yeah, massive shock here. We both obviously predicted the Wolves win, but Big Sam,
two
Black Forest
penalties
derby.
there though.
Yeah, you're looking at that. Second penalty, the foul on Colin Robinson by Cody. It was harsh. Oh, very harsh, I thought. To be fair to Pereira, he's been quiet for a while. Dispatched both penalties very nicely, and a massive win for West Brom. But Wolves, what can you say about them? Without Jimenez, they're a totally different team.
Yeah, like you seen, even Neto, I think he had a volley there near the end of the game, and he just kicked it into the ground over the bar. And they just weren't looking too great all game. Wilfred Bolly there, he didn't know who he was playing for a while. Gave away the first penalty. Then he had a cheeky little backheel assist
and a nice finish himself.
Scored himself a goal. So yeah, they just. It's bad they're relying on the centre back for goals now, but no.
Yeah, obviously.
Without Jay, and no replacement for Jota really.
No,
just been downhill all season.
Look, Fabio Silva broke his duck there. Finally got on the score sheet, tidy finish, but you're asking a lot of it. I think he's an 18, 19-year-old lad to lead the line for a Premier League team, new country, new language, that sort of stuff. I know he's come for big money, like 30-odd million, I think it was, so a lot of hype about him, but you're still asking a lot. I think him playing up top with a partner would suit him better. Obviously, playing alongside Jimenez is going to help him loads, but yeah, massive loss for them. Then you look to the next game, West Ham, Burnley. West Ham grinding out a well-deserved win. And that
first one of my predictions to come true.
1-0. We both predicted West Ham win. You went 1-0. Good call there, but just looking, they're a totally different side with Mikel Antonio, and I know he got the winner, but even if you're looking at his hold-up play, his work rate, he just brings the likes of Bowen, Lanzini, Fornals, Benrahma in. They look at miles better team with him.
Yeah, they were phenomenal there. Burnley they don't pose any threat. I feel like when Burnley are attacking, like, you just don't, they never look like they're going to score a goal.
No.
No one might look now, they'll probably go and bang one against us on Thursday after me chatting. But yeah, I don't think West Ham didn't look under any pressure for the full game. Zucek was absolutely roaming the defence there, just sitting in front, sweeping up everything. And Antonio's a different monster up top there.
What did you make of his celebration? Nice little swimming action going on. He's famous for a celebration. Obviously, he pulled out the Homer Simpson one before that as well. It's great to see.
Yeah, you have to love Antonio. He's just a very likeable character there. He's a good baller as well. Like, and he's some size of a unit.
Built like a bodybuilder. Absolute unit as well. So, look.
And he's got the pace to back it.
Absolutely. And look, as I said, West Ham, totally different side. So we go on to Leeds Brighton. Another, let's say, I wouldn't say a shock, but I'd say slightly surprising. Watched this game myself and I thought Leeds dominated, did everything, put the ball in the back of the net. But one thing I want to bring up on Leeds' pitch looked appalling, like it was digging up. The players' jerseys, shorts were in bits, like just the pitch was poor. For a team that want to play this free-flowing attacking football, I don't know if that'll suit them.
Yeah, no, they're definitely going to have to get a word on there with the groundsman or whatever. Take a tip from Leicester's book.
Absolutely.
But it's just, Leeds, I couldn't really fault them. I think I'm not a big fan of Kiko Casilla in the nets there.
No.
And I thought the defenders' distribution was poor at times. He nearly got caught out there.
Yeah.
A few times. Nice to see Maupay get a goal again. Beautiful team goal there.
Oh, beautiful goal, yeah. You got to shout out Brighton for that. Like, they worked that extremely well around the box. Obviously, Maupay's there for the tapping, but if that was like the City, Liverpool, they're getting huge plaudits, so you have to give them credit. Brilliant work goal and a massive win for Brighton. Badly needed. Massive win.
They're massive 3 points for Brighton, who haven't been too bad this season. I think they'll stay up.
Yeah, should have enough in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Then we go to, obviously, 5:30 kickoff. London derby, West London derby, Fulham Chelsea. What did you make of that? Like it was a decent game, I suppose, for a 1-0.
Well, first half, I thought Chelsea were terrible. Fulham were all over, dominating that ball. They nearly scored a beautiful team goal, and it fell to Caballero, and
Cavallero, awful finish.
Well, like, got his feet tangled, but
I think that would have been one of the goals of the season. They worked it down the left. Anthony Robinson, I think his name is, pulled it in, pulled it back. Then you just think Tete's shooting there. Lovely little slide rule pass into Caballero.
The composure of Tete there, just to drop it in.
Did you actually, his reaction just summed it up. Like he was disgusted after the miss. Brilliant team move. Just couldn't be finished. Like you look, they've Mitrovic on the bench there, or not get like. Surely he does better there and puts that to that. Maybe he's not giving them the work rate they want off the ball, but I think he has goals in him.
Yeah, like Mitrovic, he was very well in the Championship. He was up there for the top scorer. And I know, start of the season, he's a bit poor. I think he's just coming on a bit too much for the Premier League.
Possibly, yeah.
He's a bit like Troy Deeney, but without that kind of will, without that will and desire.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was kind of Carriera. He's there. He's nice. He brings a bit of pace up the action, but I think Chelsea got away extremely lucky. Even when they went the man down, Fulham still were very, very compact at the back, and Chelsea couldn't break them down for a long time.
To be honest, I didn't see Chelsea winning that without that red card. I thought. Now look, brilliant finish by Mason. Brilliant finish by Mason Mount. Lovely little technique on volley. But we have to ask. This has to be asked. What? Finding Timo Werner, what's happened to him? Like, as you were saying last pod, when Chelsea signed him and Liverpool didn't get their hands on him, we were both gutted. Like, we thought this is the man, but it's just happened for him at the minute.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened. Like you've seen clips of that, him at Leipzig running in on the left finesse into the bottom right corner, and just been automatic. I don't know if it's probably in the back of his head now. He's getting a bit of stick from it and everything. Yeah. Coming up against Areola, top goalie, of course, but
absolutely.
Look, he has to be scoring them. You're coming in for that amount of money, like you're there to score goals.
Look, it also
didn't great goal again. Like how many times have we said that this season? Though he's had a great dribble, beat a couple of defenders. You're 1-on-1 with the goalie. He should be slotting it.
No, look, obviously didn't cost Chelsea in the end, but surely concerning for Mr. Frank Lampard. And there was one more game on Saturday, 8 o'clock kickoff. It was Leicester. It was Leicester and Southampton. I thought it was a very good game. Probably the game of the day, in my opinion. I know there wasn't as many goals as the Wolves West Brom game, but I thought the quality is pretty decent. And I actually thought Southampton were unlucky not to get something from this game. I thought Leicester were decent, but Southampton didn't get that goal in the first half. Obviously, Dings, a massive miss. And
Schmeichel must have made 6 or 7 good saves that game. Every time Southampton were on attack, it ended up with a phenomenal save from Schmeichel, who I said on Friday's top keeper.
Yeah.
Yuri Tielemans, you have to talk about him getting the 2 assists, Rome in that midfield. Him and Matters provide to be a great little duo.
Class act, Yuri Tielemans. Obviously, Matters probably gets more hype because he's English, and to be honest, he's really starting to step up now. His output's getting better. Brilliant goal, like just kind of used his body well and lashed that into the roof of the net. I don't think McCarthy can do much there, but I thought Tielemans, just his overall play, obviously got them 2 assists, but just in general, his play, his work rate, he's top class. Like, and
that Belgium team is very good. Like, you can only imagine that helps going off for international breaks. Absolutely. And he's training there with the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and, Mertens, Hazard, all them types of players. Like, it's a great squad there.
No, absolutely. Good win. Only negative, I suppose, for Leicester is maybe Jamie Vardy. I suppose he hobbled off, but I suppose he shouldn't be too bad. I didn't hear anything major about that. So
I think he looks all right there.
Because obviously they play big game for them. They play Chelsea tomorrow in the King Power Stadium. How do you see that one going?
Yeah, look, I think Chelsea, if they play like they did against Fulham, they're going to get caught out, and Leicester are going to win it comfortably. That's what I think. But you never know; they might turn up on the day. You see Giroud there. I don't think he has that, because the Leicester are kind of tight, rigid defence there.
Yeah,
they're going to
play on the counter attack.
Yeah, they would need Timo Werner for the pace there, but he doesn't obviously have the finishing at the minute. So that midfield battle is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, it'd be key. Tillmans versus Mount. Obviously, Mason Mount, to be fair, he's probably been Chelsea's best player this season. Despite all the big money signings they have, he's probably been their most consistent. Not saying he's been outrageous, but he's been decent, to be fair. I actually see a draw here. I just think Chelsea would have got a little bit of confidence from that win. I think Reece James will be back in the squad. That's a big help on down that wing. Leicester's home record, I know they got the win on Saturday, but it's not phenomenal.
It's still bad. It's like nine games, 13 points or something like that.
No, it's not bad. It's decent, but I just see a draw here. A draw.
I actually think it's going to be a Leicester win if
Leicester
Chelsea
win?
play like they did. Well, I hope anyway, because they have to get caught out eventually. Chelsea are playing terrible football, getting away lucky every single week. But yeah, we shall see anyway.
We move on. I'm going to go for, I'm going to say 2-2 in that one. What are you saying?
I'm going for 2-0.
2-0. Fair enough. Then Sunday, obviously, I bigged up Sheffield United a bit, said they weren't as bad as shown, but to be honest, that was a poor display by them. 3-1 loss at home to Spurs. Where do you want to go with there?
To be honest, I think that 3-1, that goal doesn't really reflect well. I thought Sheffield were a disgrace the first half. Second half, they kind of kicked into action a bit, but that midfield is not Premier League standard.
No.
It's nowhere near it.
Like, we look at Aaron Ramsey. I think we called him out last video. He's come for big money as well. It's not like he's coming for 17, 18 million. That's big money to spend on a keeper, especially he's unproven. And like, you see that first goal, he comes out, then he's like, "Oh, what am I doing here?" Goal.
It's an easy header ball.
He's a poor keeper. Obviously, Tango in the Baile, brilliant goal. But did he mean it?
To be honest, I think like he's coming in, he's falling down. You're just trying to get something on it to knock it back across towards goal. Like, if it's a goal across anything, just kick it back in the mix. I think it's Reguilon darting in there.
Yeah.
He's obviously going to say it's a goal. He was going for it, so
give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, obviously, still a lovely finish. Kane, lovely finish, just showing his class once again. I still think with Tottenham, they're just too reliant on Kane and Son. Obviously, an assist for Son, goal for Kane. So impressive, both of them. But good win for Tottenham, to be fair.
One player I will say though, it's all Kane and Son, but one player was Bergwijn. I thought he was unbelievable there.
Even Bergwijn,
so quick and his pace, and he was playing the right pass there a good bit. I feel like he played a bit like Shaqiri did there against Man United, but just a bit better.
Yeah,
I thought he was playing very well there.
Just go under the radar there, but no. Yeah, it was a good performance. Lovely assist for Endon Bailey's goal as well. And obviously, as I put my charger in here, laptop's going a bit low on the charge, but we go to Man United, Liverpool. What did you make of that? Like, obviously, I'd say, I can imagine Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is secretly delighted with the point. Jurgen Klopp, not so much.
Yeah, look, before the game, if you told Solskjaer is coming away from Anfield with a point, he's going to be delighted. Klopp, not so much, and you could see that in the press conference after. To be honest, it was either team's game. They both had chances to snap it up. Obviously, first half Liverpool at the traps, as they normally are in Anfield, playing good stuff. Just the front three just couldn't get a goal in. No. And second half, then Man United obviously had a few chances to take it. Alisson making two massive saves there, just running the show. And I was really impressed with Thiago there as well in midfield. Playing his little quarterback role there. He's impressive. Like, first start in Anfield, you could see though he wasn't up to match fitness there. Just near the end of the game, started to fade off, and Man United looked really dangerous on the counter attack then. But what do you think of it?
Yeah, it was disappointing. I think you texted me at halftime. You were good we didn't score in that first half, because that's where we played our best stuff. You obviously felt that United are coming into this game, and to be honest, still, the likes of Pogba and Bruno, like, another day, one of them goes in, if we're being honest. Like two,
Yeah.
wouldn't say absolute sitters, but very, very good chances. Like you're looking there with the Pogba one, he puts to the side of Alisson, it's a goal. Obviously, Bruno's, he has plenty of men back there. So, yeah, look, as a Liverpool fan, I'm probably disappointed with that. Only positives I'd probably take was we kept the clean sheet. Playing, let's be honest, we're playing two midfielders at the back. Like, if any other team is doing that, they're struggling big time.
Yeah.
Like, we've actually defended well in the circumstances.
I don't think actually though Henderson wasn't quite as bad as he was last time. I thought he was very solid actually.
Oh,
And Fabinho, obviously, he's been one of the better centre backs in the Premier League this season. I think.
Oh, he's
as
been
a makeshift one, definitely. Anyway,
in my opinion, the best player this season. Fabinho.
Yeah, Shaqiri as well coming into the squad. Hasn't played in a while. I was happily impressed with him there. I thought he was very good. It's the front three again. I think they said on Sky Sports it's been about 10 years in the Premier League where we've gone 3 games in a row without scoring a Premier League goal. And that's not good enough. When you look at our front three, you got Salah, Mane, Firmino. Obviously, Firmino doesn't score as much as he should, but Salah, Mane, you have to be looking. One of them has to take that game by the scruff of the neck.
I agree, but at the same time, what I'd say about that's getting overlooked, in my opinion. Obviously, when Van Dijk plays, he has a brilliant range of passing. If you look, when Van Dijk plays, that diag to Salah, Trent on the overlap, Trent feels more comfortable bombing forward because he knows he's got the boys at the back. If you watch him this year, he's not bombing on near as much as he was last season. Obviously, just being a bit more cautious because he doesn't have the boys at the back. But that's obviously massive difference. And also Fabinho and Henderson in the middle. They don't create loads, but they start the moves. They get the moves going, and having them at the back just limits us big time, I think.
Yeah, it does. Like, I was very happy with Thiago. I have to say, down that right hand side, Trent and Salah weren't getting any luck because Luke Shaw was wrapping them up very nicely there. I was impressed with his game.
Yeah,
Salah couldn't get luck. He couldn't get the ball out of his feet anytime he got him. The pressure was immense there. I know a lot of Man United fans were happy Bailly wasn't starting, especially with the pace of our forward line. I thought Lindelof was done very well. Maguire looked a bit dodgy at times, but overall, like, De Gea didn't really get tested. Maybe that long shot from Thiago. That was about it.
Let's be honest, easy save from him. Liverpool play Burnley Thursday night. It's in Anfield, but that's a tough game in my opinion. Every game for us is tough. Like, I'm gonna go with a 2-1 win. Like, I think we'll scrape it, but I'm not confident we're scoring loads. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think we're going to scrape it 1-0 as well.
I'll take it.
We haven't been able to score, and normally what's happened in the past, if Salah's not scoring, Mane will take the reins, and vice versa. But now when the two boys, we need someone to take the game by the scruff of the neck. We were hoping, you were saying on Friday, we were hoping Firmino would be the man to do it. He just couldn't get it done. I thought his finishing was shocking.
Yeah, he was poor. One of my favourite players, but geez, that was a poor performance.
We really missed Jota in there, 100%. Jota, we need that bit of life,
Massive miss. To be honest, then we go to City, obviously, comprehensive 4-0 win. Another spot-on prediction by Peter Brennan. Wonder if any of our listeners went to the bookies there with empty scores, would have made a nice bit of money. But
yeah,
what did you make of City? I was really, really impressed.
Yeah, well, look, you have to look at that man at that partnership at the back. Diaz and Stones just changed that team completely.
Unreal.
Absolutely changed it completely.
Like, Ruben Diaz, since he's come, has been absolute quality. Like, I seen it up there, Sky Sports posted there. It's 10 games they've played together. 9 clean sheets, 1 goal conceded. That is that's absolutely, that's unbelievable.
That's like prime AC Milan stats. That
absolutely. Stones looks a completely different player. Obviously, not even the 2 goals he got yesterday, but just in general, his defensive play, his passing has always been good. To be fair, it's his defensive qualities that's been questioned. But I thought,
I don't know. A lot of people were thinking Stones was going to be flop. What did he come in for? £50 million?
Yeah.
There a few seasons back, and to be honest, he hasn't produced the goods. I don't know if he's been given the chances. He had the poor first season. I think since then he wasn't really given ample opportunity to prove himself. Obviously, Jamie Carragher over on Sky is always bigging him up, and delighted to see him have a good season. Yeah, he's definitely in the England race again. Anyway, he's much better than Maguire.
Let's be honest, he's
much better.
England's best centre half now. Who's like absolutely. Yeah. But I think that's a lot down to Ruben Diaz, though. He has been absolute quality. Like he comes in, he's made Stone a bit like Van Dijk at Gomez, just makes him look a lot better. Yeah, I was really impressed. And to be honest, I'll begrudgingly say City are my favourite for the title now. Anyways, I can't see them not win. They're just looking back to their best. They're just getting over and have a lovely run of fixtures now. I see them win their next 5 games. Don't know what you think.
Yeah, look, I'm obviously I don't want to say Liverpool aren't going to win the league, but if I had to be a team right now, I'd love to be in Manchester City's position.
Mm-hmm.
I think United just, after that draw, they've a couple of tough fixtures coming up, and just City, after winning the last 5, they're just steamrolling. They're absolutely steamrolling.
Yeah, 4-0 win to round off the weekend.
But even if you're looking at their bench there, look, like Stones is keeping Laporte off that. Like Laporte starts on any other Premier League team.
Laporte's quality. Laporte, I thought when Diaz joined, Laporte obviously left-footed centre half, Diaz right. Literally, I thought that was a match made in heaven. But Pepsi's seen otherwise. Kept the faith with Stones, and to be fair, he's repaid him.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely, they probably are favourites for the league. They're in the best position anyway. So,
obviously, that's the Premier League rounded off. But just seen last night, obviously, Barcelona playing the Super Cup against Atletico Bilbao. Got knocked out. I think Atletico equalised in the last minute of normal time, and then Naki Williams won it for them in extra time, I want to say. Messi, obviously, big talking point though. Lionel Messi red card. You've seen that. What you make of it?
Yeah, so that game anyway started off. Barcelona had run the game. Griezmann having a beautiful game. Scored a brace. Been doing well all year for the La Liga, but Messi's frustrated. You can see.
Yeah,
he's played the ball out to the left. He's coming on. Your man tries to body check him, and he just knocks him on the back of the head. Just gives him a box.
Yeah, obviously he's frustrated, but I think there's bigger thing. I think he's just been frustrated in general this season. Doesn't look, obviously he's still arguably the best player of all time, but this season he just looks disinterested from what I've seen. Like you look at that Barcelona team, they've Martin Braithwaite playing a lot of games. Like he was at Middlesbrough. Like don't know how he got that move. His agent must be an absolute miracle worker. But yeah, I was looking at that, even that La Liga table. They're third, 7 points off top spot, Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid have 2 games in hand, so potentially 13 points behind. Like that's madness for Barcelona.
It is. Like they got right. So Griezmann, he's backfiring this season. To be fair,
mm-hmm.
You have to look at their midfield. De Jong hasn't been fantastic.
No. When he came from Ajax, he looked like what a season he had for Ajax when they went on that Champions League run, but just doesn't look himself. Hasn't fitted in just yet.
Yeah, they're not really playing great stuff. Like Atletico under Simeone playing fantastic football. You've seen them in the Champions League when they knocked us out.
Mm-hmm.
Luis Suarez obviously on 9 goals for the season.
Yeah, look,
that's awesome.
An aging Luis Suarez, but you'd still be wary of him. Like I think they get Chelsea in the last 16, but like when just going back to Barca, obviously PSG Poch in the last 16. Like you can see them going out of the Champions League early, not winning the La Liga, obviously out of the
third year in a row.
Obviously out of the Super Cup. Like it's worrying times if you're a Barcelona fan. Especially, like, obviously, Messi's going next season. Well, in my eyes, he is. I can see City getting him, maybe PSG. So they have a big rebuild to be done.
Yeah, you can understand. Look, Barcelona don't want to get rid of Messi. You can imagine, first of all, the quality of player, and imagine the amount of revenue they're getting.
Oh, no, yeah.
Every second person you know has a Barcelona jersey with Messi on the back.
Absolutely.
You know yourself, like, but Messi... Like you even see with Suarez, they have to let him go. Suarez was, I think, they believed he was encouraging Messi to leave and go to England and whatever. They were unhappy with that, and they got rid of him. Messi, clearly, you seen on his Twitter, he wasn't happy about that. Like, I don't like Spain over there. You see, like Real Madrid booing Hazard now, didn't give Iker Casillas a send off, booing Ronaldo.
Yeah,
I don't know what. It's a different type of stuff over there. Like,
obviously they're arguably the two biggest clubs in the world, two of the biggest anyways, and they just like if they don't win the Champions League and the La Liga, it's a bad season for them. That's the way it looks at, and it's looking like when you're looking at Barcelona, they have a lot of deadwood to get out. Obviously, PK, phenomenal career, but he's past his best. Busquets, phenomenal career, but he's past his best. They've a lot of signings to do, and they're just obviously they had the issues with the club president and stuff as well, but it's just not looking good for Barcelona at the minute. Anything else you want to add on them?
yeah, like I'm just like you said, like they're after getting rid of Suarez. They're obviously it's not happy. Like Messi's not happy. He doesn't want to be playing.
Absolutely,
He doesn't. Like remember, he wasn't training there as well for a bit.
Getting fined every day he wasn't training, I believe.
Yeah, and I just think it's absolutely disrespectful. Like I'm really annoyed about that Suarez because you remember he even came over. He came over to us and he celebrated against us.
Mm-hmm.
Got a few boos, but I still back Suarez to this day. I absolutely love him. People forget how good he was. I was reading up today, right? He's 195 goals and 113 assists in 283 games for Barcelona.
That's
like that is unreal stats, and they threw him away like it was nothing.
Yeah, that's Barcelona, Real Madrid for you. To be fair, obviously Messi in frustration. Could see him going with probably Man City. I hope it doesn't happen, but I could see it happen. And yeah, I think that's what.
I would like to see him though. However, you would hate to see him go to Man City. I would like to see how Messi would fare out in the Premier League. So obviously we know Ronaldo. Big debate between them two. Ronaldo's been to Spain, England, Italy now. I would like to see how Messi would get on. You know, there's always that bit of curiosity there, but yeah, just Barcelona. Something needs to change there anyway, and quick.
Yeah, look, I think they're a club in turmoil for the standards they set. But on that note, that's the second episode done. Just want to say thanks for listening. Obviously, the socials will be in the link in the description for both the Twitter and the Instagram. And yeah, we're hoping to get consistent with uploads. Like we're hoping to get another video out Friday. We're gonna say.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, big FA Cup weekend coming up. Liverpool United obviously play each other again. We'll preview that in more detail. But on that note,
yeah. And look, hopefully the audio will improve. The microphone's on the way, so
absolutely. Hopefully a logo on the way as well. Just wait a week or two for that, and big moves to be made. So again, thanks for the listen. That's been the Near Post episode 2.